What's going on, everybody? Today is Monday, August 4th, 2025. Bitcoin block height 908,632. Transaction fees 1 sat per VByte. Low, medium, and high priority. Just over 26,000 unconfirmed transactions in this mempool. Bitcoin USD price 114,926 US pieces of paper. 24-hour high was 115,756. 24-hour low was 114,59. So did I miss my chance at getting Bitcoin sub 100? I'm waiting for sub 100K, which might never ever come back. Damn. It's a new era. A new Bitcoin era. Now, I'm okay with it if, hey, I've been in here for a little bit, so I'm allowed to play these games. But, if you're new, you should just dollar cost average whenever you can. Just get in there. Do whatever you want, really, But I would say you shouldn't really be playing around with the dips like this. Just when there's a dip, you can go a little harder, but I'm just being a little greedy because I have a streak, 7 months, 6 months of buying Bitcoin this year below 100,000. So I don't want that streak to end. Now, sure, 13,000 over 100K. It's not really that big a deal, but I'm hoping we dip below. What do we go down to? 1 month low, 107. Was that this current dip? I don't think so. This current dip, we went down to 112. I think it was 112. Almost dipped to 111. It's like 110, 12. Ooh. 112.5 showing me there. So it was close to the dip. 112.5. 112,000. Yeah. I mean, we just touched, I think, 115 today. 115,700. Almost back up to 116,000. We're probably going to blow right past it. Up to 200K. Through 200K. 250,000, 300K, 400, 500,000. We'll be talking about $1 million Bitcoin this cycle. Now, will we hit the $1 million Bitcoin? Not 100% sure. Nobody knows, of course. But I think we'll be talking about it. I think we'll be close to $500,000 Bitcoin. We might just blow right through that. And if we blow right through $500,000 Bitcoin, people will definitely be talking about $1 million Bitcoin. I think even if we get up to 400,000, people are still going to be talking about $1 million Bitcoin. It's only a double from there. It's only a 2x. And I think it really depends how early it happens in the cycle. Does it happen this year? In 2025. Now, what could happen, which would make a lot of sense too, would shake a lot of people out. It would trick a lot of people because everyone's looking at past performance in the 4-year cycles. What could happen is Bitcoin goes up and kind of does like a double top, kind of like what it did in around 2013-ish time frame. Now, I wasn't here then, but just looking at the chart in 2013, I mean, just look at here, it looks like a blip. And then look at 2017. That was like a huge thing. It went from like $900 to start the year in 2017. $1,000 went all the way up to 19K. And it was this humongous deal. But look at it on this chart. It looks like nothing. Then it came all the way back down to 3K. It was at 6K for a while. I remember that. I was like, this must be the bottom. Nope. Went down, halved, down at 3K. And then it went back up. So we could see something like it, kind of like here too, 2021, where it went up to 60K, Then it went up to like 65, 69K, whatever it was. I think we could see that possibly to trick people. You know, everyone thinks they got it figured out, but nobody's got it figured out. I don't have it figured out. Nobody has it figured out. But let's say this scenario plays out. It would be interesting where Bitcoin goes up the normal time frame, November-ish, October, November, December. Fourth quarter 2025 this year has the parabolic run. Maybe it hits like 400,000 or something like that. And then after, in January of 2026, January, February, it starts crashing. Goes down like 30%, 40%, 50%, you know. We've seen this in bull runs too, where it goes down 30% in a bull run. So let's say it goes down 30%, 40%, something like that. Everybody's bugging out and they're like, yep, that was it. 400K, that was the top. But then it's not the top, and the Bitcoin bull run extends into the 2026 year, and it goes over 1 million in spring, summer 2026. I can see that happening. I mean, there's all types of scenarios that really could happen, and nobody knows. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. So that's why I say, like, yeah, the best thing to do is just slowly, steadily accumulate over time. But if you know, hey, look, 100K, it's a milestone. 100K is a milestone. 1 million is going to be a milestone. 10 million will be a milestone. And then 100 million, who knows? You know, will we even be talking about dollars at that point? Probably not. But you never know, man. The dollar's super sticky, network effect. And you just look at things now where, so what if Bitcoin's $100 million a coin? You know, really big whoop. Big freaking deal. $100 million per Bitcoin. So what? You got billions and trillions of dollars floating around. It's unlimited. You got other assets that are this much, that much. You got billionaires and trillionaires throwing shit around. So $100 million a coin. Big freaking deal. I don't even know where that would put Bitcoin at on the rankings, but the rankings are bogus anyway. We look at this stuff, we say gold's the most valuable asset in the world, and we start looking at Google, Nvidia, Apple, and we look at these market caps as if it means anything. It means nothing. There's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, as Neil Kashkari likes to say. They print digitally, like Jerome Powell likes to say. There's an infinite amount of cash. So we're registering these things. We're comparing these assets like Bitcoin and gold, these real money assets, real monies, to the dollar. We're just so used to it. You know, the network effect is so strong with the dollar. So I could just see it going to 100 million in Bitcoin, and we're still using the dollar. People still using the dollar. Now, at that point in time, I think we'll have largely moved to a digital economy. Cash might be gone at that point. And that could happen in 5 years, man. I mean, believe it or not, 10 years, you know, I don't know. Something short, though. That's another thing about humans, man. We think it's going to take forever. Oh, you know, but it's not. It's not going to take forever, dude. The dollar could still be around for a long time, but things could also happen fast where Bitcoin just runs up. And who knows, you know? We have all these derivatives of Bitcoin. We have all these ETFs and companies like MicroStrategy that say, hey, we're buying Bitcoin, so therefore you buy our stock, which I don't know how people fall for it. And that just makes me believe that people are just dumb and they will still use the dollar. The dollar will stick around because it's not like the majority of people have their head on straight and they're thinking to themselves and saying to themselves, yo, I got to accumulate as much Bitcoin as I possibly can. Bitcoin is what I need. It's the hardest best asset in the history of mankind. I need it. I want it. I must have it. And they just accumulate Bitcoin in self-custody, multi-sig, whatever they do. Most people aren't doing that, unfortunately. There's a lot of people doing that, of course, the smart ones, but there's a lot of people that just aren't doing that. And they're like, nah, I'm just trying to get more dollars. I just want to play in a dollar casino. So people just want dollars, and it's just crazy that these companies are coming out, Bitcoin treasury companies, the new Fed, and they're just telling everybody, yo, listen to this, public. I'm going to buy some Bitcoin for my business, and I'm going to issue this free vaporware stonk. And people are just gobbling it up like, yo, I got to buy that. I need that stonk. That stonk is good. Right? They're just totally missing the idea. They're totally ignoring the fact that the company's buying Bitcoin, valuable, and selling you garbage. You're just so enamored by the dollar. You just love the dollar. The network effect is so strong that you just want to accumulate dollars. And I get it because, right, we use dollars for everything. We use dollars for everything. We spend dollars. So dollars are valuable because they're useful. We use them. And that's just, we're in that transition period. It is kind of weird. It's kind of weird that we're in the middle of this transition period. It's like, well, nobody knows. And the current thing will be around forever. We think that the dollar is just going to be here forever. The current thing, we just don't think things will change as humans. We don't like change. We don't believe in change. I don't believe it. We don't think change is going to happen. We just get so stuck with the current system. We just don't think anything will change. And that's when it changes. That's when it happens, when people least expect it. Pretty wild. All right, let's refresh the page here. Bitcoin Spaces protocol, 1.5086. Total Bitcoin burned, 8,084 bids, 2,474 transfers and registers, and 2,571 rollouts. Spaces in auction. Couple Puni codes here. And XS. All three can be claimed, but still open for bidding. CF, Community, DG, PDF, GD, few. Claimable in about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Recent Spaces actions. All transfers on CD, Games, WW3, Puni Code, Doctor, Vid, FC, Sport, and 518. Upcoming rollouts in about 1 hour and 10 minutes. HEIF, JPEG, OT, HN, CE, GP, Sultan, FG, a building emoji. This one's been out for a couple days, man. People keep pushing this one back. Will it finally come out today? We'll see. And HU. The latest rollouts in Spaces Protocol, we saw EMP, Icon, Idle, ZN, PZ, TN, UY, MB, SU, and QN. Spaces.market, latest listings, Verify, NI, BMW, Sugar, Layer, CH, Sam, EG, and XXX. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all for watching.